stumbling out of bed, and I still got you in my head from all those pretty words you said. It's like I'm wasted. Every time I see your face, I'm losing track of time and space. I don't know where I am. It's like I'm wasted, and I won't waste it. And I promise that I will stand by you forever. I can't get you out of my mind. I will follow you wherever, and I won't waste it.
Hi guys, I'm Leanna. If you're new here, hello, welcome. I'm Leanna. I am married to my husband Rob. We have 4 children. We homeschool, we homestead, and I make videos about my family every week. I pretty much make videos about what's ever in front of me, what we're going through, whether it's homeschooling, homesteading, my traumatic childhood, parenting after all that, or just, just life in general. And this week, or today, I'm going to talk to you guys about an update about how our homeschooling is going. So I haven't been vlogging, like daily vlogging like I used to. I'm gonna move this back. There we go. I haven't been vlogging like I used to, like daily vlogging, because honestly this kind of fits better with the hecticness. I try to get you guys peeks into what's going on in my life in general, but this seems to work out, so we're just gonna go with it. Okay, so update. We've been homeschooling since, back in the homeschool swing of things, since August. We went back at the end of August, at the beginning like we had originally planned, just for those that didn't know. That was new to me, my kids. No, I told everyone I was going to go back with the kids at the beginning of August, but things happened and we ended up going back at the end. So this is what's happened so far. Our 4 days on, 3 days off schedule has been amazing for my sanity and their attitudes. It has been great. We have learned more because they feel more refreshed come Monday. And honestly, I don't feel so stressed out. We have not done field trips yet because the panoramic, I'm gonna get it together. We're gonna do a couple field trips this August. It's gonna happen. I keep telling myself that, and then the world events happen and it's life. If you see my hair, I'm kind of in a frazzled moment. You're getting raw Leanna. I wear a little bit of makeup here and there. I don't usually wear as much as I do during a sit down. This is what you're getting today. This is real life. But overall, 4 on, 3 off schedule has worked great. And I'm actually filming this during our off week because every 5th or 6th week, we take a week off for them to chill and relax. They do stuff like watch documentaries, they play games, some of them not so educational, but honestly we end up learning lessons anyways because homeschooling is a state of mind, not just something you jump into. I have a fly flying around my room, sorry guys. Not just something you just jump into and school from a certain hours. We do say school hours because those are when my kids do their projects and when they do their workbooks and things like that. But overall, we homeschool 24/7. It's life. There's always a learning moment when you're a parent, and you know this if you're a parent, regardless of if you're homeschool. When you are raising your children, there's always teachable moments all day, every day. It's just life. So on our off week, we go on field trips. We're actually going to go one this week. I have it planned. I'm excited. It's a farm nearby and we homestead, but we're not full farming yet, which I hope to be soon. But until we are, I think it's cool for my kids to see the life. So we're going to take a field trip to one of our local farms. The kids are going to see apple picking, pumpkin picking, all that jazz, and we're going to see the animals and all that stuff that we don't have. We do have animals and we do have a garden, but we don't have like an orchard or whatever. We would love to have an orchard. Gonna work on that. See where that goes. Anyways, that's our field trip to a local farm. It's one of the field trips I hope to do this fall, and we're gonna get some projects done around the house. Not a very exciting week off this week, but we needed some downtime. If you hear my children screaming, yeah, in the background, yes, they're screaming. We needed some downtime, we needed some family time, we needed some just chill time. I do have some projects planned out for this week. I did a Sam's Club run today for our family, and it was giant, and we did a few other things in town because we do live a little bit out. So on a day off, I love to go out and get everything we need so I don't have to worry about it during the homeschool year. That's what we're doing during our time off. Anyways, back to the update on how my curriculum haul went. Well, let me get comfortable. Okay, there. Well, let's be honest. I got 2 weeks into school and there was already hiccups. My oldest daughter didn't like the Brain Quest book as much as she did last year, and she didn't like the comprehensive curriculum as much as she did before. So she has actually saw what her brother's doing, which is everything you need to know for middle school, and decided that's what she wants to do. So she's on the same pattern as him at a level for her, because those books are able to scale a little bit to give you a little bit of extra knowledge. In the math, they did have a little bit of issues learning some of the lessons to comprehend them. So I looked up problems based on what they were supposed to learn for that lesson, and I came up with some problems myself. For those that don't know, I do have a lot of math in my history. I took calculus in school, I took algebra, I took geometry, I took all that. So teaching it to them is just bringing a lot of my knowledge back. So I've gone ahead and made up some problems myself, and we went in depth in the area that they needed. So Lucy and RJ are on the same middle school path, have you will, for the books, because they're on the same books. I wouldn't end up doing the same curriculum because it's what they need to know for middle school. They're actually working in a handwriting book that's designed and geared towards teenagers, and then they have everything you know about English, everything you need to know about math, everything you need to know about American history, world history, and everything you need to know about science and computer science. Those are the books my kids are currently using. We are watching, to go along with their world history book, we are watching The Story of Us, which is a good documentary series put out by the Discovery Channel. We get it on Amazon Prime, and we've been using that to supplement their world history. For science, they're great at science. They haven't had any issues. A lot of it's review for them. For American history, we decided to put American history on pause for my son. He will be doing it the second semester when Lucy starts doing American history. So we're going to do world history the first semester and American history the second semester. And for their computer science book that they've been using, they both know most of the stuff already, because in our house, my husband's computer security, I am pretty good with the computer, and between the two of us, they have been learning a lot about computers their entire life. So a lot of it's review for them for that book. As far as the math goes, they're pretty good on the math. But again, there were some lessons we had to dive in deeper and have more problems or more explanation. So honestly, the books are great so far. They're very easy to use. You can answer directly in the book for each lesson. You can our kids also have a notebook they keep for each class, and if they don't have enough room in the actual book they're using for the class, the Everything You Need to Know series, then they will pull out their notebook and write inside there. We've kind of stopped using the agendas because after they figured out the pattern that I was using for them to learn, they don't want to use their agendas anymore, at least for the two oldest. I'll go get into the two youngest in the second half of this video. We have not joined an extracurricular yet, but we are going this week during our off week. It's just gotten really busy with house stuff around the homestead, stuff around the house that we've been focusing inward. They have done some projects themselves. They've been helping me put together new stuff and set up the homestead. In fact, all four of them will be joining a swim class, hopefully this coming in October. We're going this week to figure it all out because our local YMCA sponsors homeschoolers to have a free membership to the YMCA. So we're going to see how to get them signed up. I consider swimming a skill they need for life. So we're going to talk to the YMCA. We're going to see what they say, get them enrolled, get everything going. it'll be nice to get them out of the house. And with our options limited here in rural Ohio, for now, it is what it is. But we're excited because the co-op we tried to join isn't really doing anything this year, again, because of COVID. So it's nice to see that there are some activities for homeschoolers still though. For the oldest two, the only thing I can say that has gone according to plan is RJ, because he loved the book series from the time we started school. He has been really into it, and it worked really well, so well. His sister watched him do it and said, that's what I want to do. So she switched from doing 1 book to now she's doing 4, which I'm surprised, because when we had multiple books for her in the past, she didn't enjoy it. But this time, this series is pretty good, so that has gone well. So an update on my youngest two. I got for those that don't know, BrainQuest does a bridge book for the summer, and it's supposed to fill in the gaps between each grade level. Aubrey, my middle daughter, was going from 3rd grade to 4th grade in the summer, so we got her the bridge book, and now we're starting 4th grade. She took off like that. The bridge book helped give her that summary and helped her go back over what we hadn't gone over in about a month, and she started off with that, finished that literally 3 days, and then now she's on the BrainQuest 4th grade, and she's doing amazing. She's already finished 2 of the categories. I'm really proud of her for that. She's been just absorbing everything perfectly. We've been doing some science experiments. My plan is this week is to get some stuff planned out for projects in the afternoon. So in the morning we do our regular homeschool and our chores. They play for a little bit, and then we do a quick project together in the afternoon. That's the plan to get started this week. And I think it's going to go great, because we're getting more and more time, because more and more stuff is being set up on the homestead, so we don't have to worry about the move and all that jazz after getting here and everything. So that's good. Aubrey had no problem starting the grade level. She's very engaged. We've had others. This 4th grade BrainQuest I'm pretty impressed with, because it's a pretty good variety of different subjects and assignments, and we do have the 10-minute science experiments for her and her siblings, and she enjoys that book. And she's been doing a lot of art, which she's really good at. She does want to get back into dance. I'm going to look into that for her after we get them started in swim. She's looking forward to swim class. And I think for Obs has just grown so much. She went from just being such a small little kid last fall to now she's such a big kid. Like, the difference between 8 and 9 it feels like light years, and she's really smart, and honestly she enjoys the BrainQuest books, so I'm not really going to switch anything up for her, other than we do have projects that we're going to try to do together as a family. And she's been reading her reading books in the evening with me as her bedtime story, so we've been enjoying that. And then as far as Danny goes, again, I told you guys I was going to do it like a pre-K kindergarten kind of mashup, because she turned 5 at the end of August, and technically she doesn't have to go to school this year. She's doing really good. She can write her letters, most of them. She can recognize about half her letters, and she's doing really good at number recognition and counting and basic addition. So Danny's right on par for where I would expect late pre-K, early kindergarten to be. We kind of go at her pace, because kindergarten for me is that you have to go at their pace. You can't go at your pace. You want them to hit all the standards and everything, but at that age, they're still, school is very new. They still need a lot of play, and things just need to be really chill. So with Danny's age group, with it being kindergarten and pre-K, we've really slow this year. We focus a lot on play, a lot of learning through play. We read a lot of books, we watch a lot of shows, we play a lot of games, and she does a little bit of book work, if I'm being completely honest. But she can count to 20. We're working on counting to 30. She's almost there. She can recognize all the numbers to 20. She can write her name. She can write most letters, and she knows the sounds for, I'd say about a third of the letters. And we're working on recognizing those sounds in words. so she is reading ready. I want her to be ready for reading by this time next year. If she's reading by this time next year, I'm gonna be so excited because she doesn't have to be in kindergarten this year. I'm not pushing her to do kindergarten work this year. And a lot of people would disagree with that, but honestly, they're only little once, and you need to I've recognized with my oldest ones, when you push too hard, especially in the younger years, you burn them out and you make them hate learning. And I don't wanna make that mistake with my youngest. So I'm taking it at her pace, and so far she's enjoying it. She's doing schoolwork when everyone else is doing schoolwork. She's grown up so much in the past couple of months. I was worried about her enjoying school at all or doing school at all, and she's loving it now, so I'm not worried about it. Not at all, not even a little bit. People wanted to know if the Everything You Need to Know books would be enough. It's enough. For elementary school, they need to be doing about 2 to 3 hours of schoolwork a day, and in middle school, it's about 3 hours a day, maybe 4 hours a day, and these books are enough to get them there. If you want to go more in depth on the chapter, because it's there, you can read it yourself, and I love to read the material along with them. If you want to go more in depth, there's plenty of things to use to supplement. Right now, like I said, for world history, we are watching The Story of Us, and we are discussing everything as they come along. We do plan on taking a trip to Cincinnati so the kids can see the museums there. Probably in a month or so, because they have a lot of cool stuff in Cincinnati for the holidays, and we figured we'd go there and see that. But there's also a lot of other things we've been able to look up as a family, and we have a map of the USA, and we have a map, of the world, and that's how we've been supplementing for that. For science, they really haven't needed a lot of supplement because we have gone over a lot of the things in their Everything You Need to Know for Science class so far. I'm sure I'll have to supplement more in the second semester, but for right now, they haven't really needed it. And math, it's just been extra explanation when they need it and extra problems when they need it. And that's it. We try to keep homeschool fairly simple in this house because we believe life is learning. When you live life, you're learning something every single day. You're learning in every situation. And we just know that with our kids, it's better to just get them to learn through experience and exposure than to try to push it through a book. Curriculum for us is a guideline, not our staple. If you have any questions for us more on how I do this, leave them down below. I'll answer them as they come. I can even do another video on each child individually, but that's pretty much where we're at this part of the year. My kids are doing pretty good. I don't keep grades in the traditional sense for them. As far as they're concerned, they're just learning. As far as the state's learning, I do have a transcript. I don't really want to discuss their grades on the internet, so there's that. We are looking into possibly community college for our son next year. I'll let you know more about that. And that's our update for homeschool. I'm going to do probably an update on the homestead here soon. I am planning out simpler videos just so y'all know. It's been a weird month, and it looks like it's going to lead into another weird month. That's all I got. If you guys have any questions about our homestead or our homeschool, leave them down below. I would love to answer them. Friday, I'm going to do a video on trauma again in my life. I've been going to therapy, just so you guys know, recently. Figured I'd share that with you guys. It's been really helpful, and I wanted to share with you guys some of that in another video. I know, cryptic. Oh, sorry. But yeah, I gotta get going. It's been a weird week, and my kids have been sick, and it's late. This video is going up late, but thank you guys. So, bye guys. I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe out there. Bye.